Hey, what's up, boys and boys? It's Aaron, and I wanted to go ahead and make a quick intro video. First of all, I just want to say I'm, again, really happy to be part of the channel, and I'm really looking forward to, working with everybody and seeing what kind of dialogue we can get going. I'm pretty excited. I didn't realize when I made my video about the whole question thing, so I'm really sorry about that. So I'll go ahead and start this off by answering those questions, and we'll go from there. Brennan asked what we've been doing over the summer. Moving to Florida. As you can see, there is a palm tree behind me, which is awesome. We don't have those in Jersey. Yeah, we basically couldn't afford to stay in Jersey anymore because shit sucks there. So right now I'm staying with family. I'm actually staying with my mom, which has been pretty interesting. She's starting to slowly come around to everything, so that's cool. My brother's here, which has also been really interesting because I don't see him that often. And so we've got a total of 6 people in the house, plus a baby, plus a puppy, who I'm distracted by right now because he's trying so bad to get out here. He's so cute. But yeah, so needless to say, it's been a little chaotic. Tristan's question was, how was your Pride? I went to Pride in New Jersey in Asbury Park, and it was awesome. The Clicks performed, which I wish that I had been able to get up to go meet. If you haven't heard of the Clicks, they're a rock band, and the frontman is Lucas Silvera. He happens to be a trans guy, and they're fucking rockin'. It's a good time. I've been to New York City Pride before, and that's fun, but it's really overcrowded and really, crazy. So I prefer Jersey Pride because it feels like a big family picnic. You can really, actually meet people and talk to people. So it's a good time. I hate these cigarettes that are going out on their own. Let's see. Actually, next weekend we're going to St. Pete Pride in Florida. So it's pretty cool that I get to go to 2 prides in 1 year in 2 different states. What pride I want to go to one day? Toronto Pride. I hear that's where the party's at. I'd like to go to Provincetown one day, maybe Portland. I'd like to really visit every pride. But Toronto is really where I'd really love to go. Declan? I'm sorry, I don't mean to mispronounce. I hope I'm pronouncing Declan correctly. What we like to do during the summer? I like to smoke pot and enjoy the weather. I like to read, blog, take too many pictures, make milkshakes at home, and watch movies and Dexter and Arrested Development reruns. I mostly just really like to hang out with my husband. We always have a blast, whatever we do. Eli asked, have you ever had a teacher crush? I don't think I've ever had a teacher crush, but I kind of had a crush on my social worker in high school. As for an actual intro, I'm less than a month shy of 22, and I just now realized that my birthday is less than a month away. I've moved around my whole life, so I've lived in a bunch of different places, but mostly I spent most of my growing up in Jersey, which I'm pretty sure makes me come off like a jerk. If you've ever seen that South Park episode of New Jersey, okay, it's not really accurate, but it kind of is. I graduated from Raleigh High School. It's this little crappy town in Jersey, and it's not very friendly. And my husband and I were the first out gay couple in the school, and possibly in the town. So we didn't really realize the weight of that at the time, but now looking back, it's pretty cool. Speaking of, get over here. I want to introduce you guys to my husband. This is Alec. Say hi. Oh. This is Alec, or the side of his head at least. There you go. We're awesome and gay, really gay. So we got married about almost a year ago in August, and we had a little hippie wedding in the woods, and it was awesome. You're not going to see pictures of it though, because we looked very different. We totally intend on having an awesome, huge queer blowout in some years after we've transitioned and save a whole lot of money to have the biggest gay party ever. What else about me? Let's see. Alright, we're done with you. Love you. I'm a pale-skinned Latino, and I never am read as Hispanic, which drives me crazy. I'm an atheist, a vegetarian, happen to be a child abuse survivor. I have a cool necklace. I got it at Pride. I pretty much bought every trans Pride piece of any memorabilia that they had, which was not a lot, which was really sad. I like this dog right here. This is Falcor. He's adorable. Say hi, puppy. As I said in my audition video, I performed for a while in a cast of the Rocky Horror Picture Show as Brad Majors, which was a good time. I was in a really amazing cast in New Jersey called The Home of Happiness. If you're ever out there, check them out. I got a lot of really neat opportunities out of it. I got to meet Patricia Quinn and Little Nell, which were Magenta and Columbia in the movie. I'm a feminist. I drive my husband crazy talking about social justice issues all the time. I really love horror movies. I'm a nerd for horror movies. Classic horror, classic zombie movies, George Romero films, Alfred Hitchcock films. I'm obsessed. However, I hate remakes. I have 4 tattoos. I have a Tumblr. Follow me there. I'll leave the link in the description. But don't follow me there if you're under 18. I like to consider myself artsy, but not quite an artist. I like to draw and paint and take photos and create things, but I don't know. I'm not like great at drawing or great at painting, or I don't consider myself a photographer. I just consider myself artsy. As far as my gender, growing up I always had some kind of conflicting ideas about gender, even though I never really put everything together. As a kid, I imagined my grown-up self being a guy, and I was pretty confused when puberty hit and things happened that I didn't expect. But at the same time, being, a child abuse survivor, I had a lot else going on that I didn't have time or the mental capacity to deal with my feelings at that time. But as I grew up, I always felt a sense of, like I belonged with the boys, even though society kept grouping me with the girls. But I grew up hanging out with the guys, spitting and cursing, better than the rest of them. And, I always had this feeling of wanting a penis or feeling like I should have been born with one. I just never made the connection. Actually, I even remember asking my mom, as early as like 12 years old, if it's possible to get a hysterectomy if you don't have cancer. Which at the time, I don't think I even understood what I was really asking. But obviously there was something going on. I finally started examining my gender about 2 years ago after I saw the documentary Gender Rebels on Logo. And after a whole lot of reading and an awful lot of watching videos on YouTube, I was, pretty much came to terms with myself and was pretty sure that I wanted to transition. Over time, basically, fear of losing loved ones pretty much pushed me back into the closet for a really difficult year. I dressed androgynously, I cut my hair a little shorter, but I just chose not to talk about gender whatsoever. Over time, though, I did gain a lot of support from Alec and dusted off my binder and dressed as David Bowie for Halloween, which, Eli, thank you for the props on the David Bowie. He's my hero. So I dressed as David Bowie for Halloween, binder and all, and that was kind of the tip of the iceberg. I started binding every day at work and basically dressing and presenting as male. Eventually, was able to come to terms with the fact that I am a man, a guy, always have been, and that I do need to medically transition. So that's my story. I'm not on T yet. I'm hoping that I'll be able to get on the fast track to a gender therapist as soon as I get a job. That's where I'm at. And since I forgot to ask a question in my topic video, what's your favorite quote? I have a lot, but right now my favorite quotes are, first one is Julius Charles Hare, "Be what you are. This is the first step in becoming better than you are." And the second is Albert Einstein, "Everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will go its whole life believing that it is stupid." So that's my intro, and it's good to meet all you guys once again. I'll catch you later. Peace out.